Let's just take any other issues that might be in the room, if anyone's got any. Yeah.
I've been here in Boscombe from London for just over a year now, and I'd like to put the question to the councillors here. Obviously the city councillors, unfortunately the new councillors aren't here to make comments. But since I've been here, I haven't seen either in the Echo, the council magazine, or either in the pre-delivered Bournemouth Advertiser, the actual dates and times of the councillors' surgeries. I can obviously imagine that things have been really difficult, the elections coming up and everything else. But could I possibly ask the council now if they will be holding, it's not obligatory, but it is desirable by most councillors to actually hold monthly surgeries, and could those be advertised to the general public in the free press and also on notices regards like this, especially as Boscombe now is moving forward with these new generation plans. It'd be nice to actually see the councillors face by face at their surgeries.
Right, thanks for that question. This question has been asked before, quite recently. In Boscombe West, we don't hold surgeries. You pick your phone up, you ring us, you email us, we contact you and we meet you. You don't have to wait for a month to talk to a councillor in Boscombe. All you've got to do is get hold of us. Plain and simple.
Well, I appreciate that. It's just that from my experience, is that obviously with 3 councillors to each ward, over 2 wards representing Boscombe as a whole, some people find it difficult, don't have a connection to email maybe, they feel slightly humiliated, even messages for councillors, secretaries or representatives, and they sort of sit face to face to a councillor. And from my experience, again, it's 2 hours a month. And if there's 3 councillors, that's 3 weeks taking up out 4 weeks of a month, crossing over on a monthly basis. It's just the hands-on effect of actually seeing your councillor and speaking to them face-to-face in a surgery, rather than having to sort of a telephone call, an email, or anything like that.
Well, it's the same. We will advertise our contact details in the Echo.
Sorry, did you do that already?
Well, yeah, I mean, our contact details are readily available via the council. What we will do is we will send a press release out via the Echo to say that we do not hold surgeries. If you would like to contact your local councillor in Boscombe West, these are our contact details.
Should I take one step further forward without being too bombastic about it or pushing it too hard? Is there any particular reason why you do not hold surgeries?
Yeah, because nobody turned up. We held it for 2 years and we had, sorry Gary. Gary came, Mr. Sherborne, and we had some really good conversations, but nobody else turned up. I mean, the 3 of us are out and about in Boscombe all the time. You know, we're quite high profile, and people do come and chat to us.
Thank you, Chris. Yes, I want to say exactly what Chris has just said. Sorry, that our phone numbers are on quite a few publications from the council. There's one from the regeneration office that's gone out all over the place that has our contact numbers on it. Everything we ever put out's got our contact numbers on it. And Chris and I are both in Boscombe, walking around in the precinct and other areas, you know, almost every day. We know a lot of people. It's not difficult to find us at all, and we always answer. We don't have secretaries or anything like that. We're ringing our home numbers, our mobile phones, and we get back to you the same day if we can. So there really isn't any wait.
I just thought it would be interesting if maybe last time it wasn't really taken up by the residents to see you face to face, is to maybe try again by putting out information again through the Echo, through the council magazine, and also through the
We can do that. And
simply saying, let's try again, let's have the open doors of surgery, see if people do turn up, and if it is come through these, the amount of things I'm getting through as well, feel slightly humiliated or intimidated that they feel they have to go to a telephone call to answer turning up at the doctor's surgery, the doctor's surgery, not in the toilet, actually turning up. Well, but actually just turning up to see somebody that way.
can I also say that there are several community and neighbourhood groups, such as Windsor Road Residents Group. I think there's probably half a dozen, and we three of us attend all of them as often as we can. We always try and make at least one of them us do.
Don't know if I could just, sorry, yeah, I will come out. I've got another question here as well. I don't know if there's just an opinion in the room. I mean, when you go on the Bournemouth Council website to look at what is a council, the very first line is it says the council holds the surgeries. I don't know if we could have a show of hands just with people who would like surgeries or think it's important. If they do think it's important, could they put their hands up?
Okay.
Well, there we are. We're going to have.
Are you saying it needs to be on a Saturday or weekday, or is there have to be a Saturday?
And I think advertise it, isn't it? It's regular. It's a nice regular ground to make people know.
It could be a very positive thing. Okay, that's brilliant.
It will be on the Saturday.
Yeah, if we can get that out into the press and make a big thing out of it, that's fantastic. That's a brilliant thing.
Yeah.
What about doing it before the forum?
Yeah, I mean, we could add that to our advertising then. If you're doing a surgery.
You're here anyway.
And I think a good place to have it would maybe be one of the shops and shopping centres.
Yeah.
Because plenty of them are empty. And people doing their shopping.
I think
so
Saturday
with children, it's easier for them to.
Yeah, we're going to take a question from the back. I think that's great news. We'll get some confirmation about that. We can tell you about that. We'll put it on our website. Also get into the local paper, I'm sure. That's a good result. There we go.
Just to say, Harry, well, to everybody, just to say that actually, if you want to hold one of them, Sugar and Spice is the new bar that's opened right in the heart of Boscombe. It's free of charge for you to come in and hold it there. We can do tea and coffee at a very cheap rate for you.
Or free.
It's free for you, no problem, because it is every time. But why not? Why not have a Saturday morning coffee where you can meet one of the councillors, perhaps the police officer that's there. Yeah, downstairs, so there's quiet for everybody, and you can actually be approached and actually have people come in, because I know there's a lot of. I've had 5 or 6 elderly people that have been in over the last few weeks, which has been great. But they wouldn't use the internet or the telephone boxes, and perhaps maybe if we advertise it amongst the homes and things around, it might just become.
What we will do, because we can't obviously be seen to be favouring a particular premise, so we will think of the right space to hold it in, and then we will advertise it. But thank you very much.
But I think it's got to be centralised.
Yeah, but it must be my choice.
Oh,
That's great.
okay, that's great. Fantastic. Barry, you were going to give us just a quick up. One of the things we raised in a previous forum was about when we were tackling addiction services and stuff, the supported housing and that sort of thing. One of the results that came out, there's a lot of what's the word for it? When you go to central government lobbying for new powers, to tackle stuff. But one of the things we can do as a community is something called barrier busting, in which we're given the go-ahead with the forum and a public forum to go ahead with it, which we have been going. And Barry, just give us a quick update where we're at with that.
I've received a reply from the DCLG that they are dealing with their application. It's been delayed, unfortunately, because it went in shortly before all the government offices shut down for the period they call PERDA for the election, which is basically a 5-week holiday for government departments. So I've just had an email from them today saying that it is being dealt with and it's in the system. I'm sorry that isn't much news, but that's the problem because of that. The election came in between.
Thank you very much. So we'll keep you updated as how we're getting along with that. Got a lady at the back here. I'll just take.
Hello. As we were not doing houses around here, why did we have a big notice on the Salvation Army building that was saying that they would have another rehab place and supported by the local councillors? just before the election.
That was in the paper the other day. I mean, that was a good case in point about neighbourhood plans. It's technically in Springbourne, but yeah, that was a.
Right, I can answer that. It's all about a planning application. The person who owns that particular property has now submitted 2 planning applications to turn the top part of the building into flats. The planning board turned down both of those applications. The applicant, so the person who owns the building, has allegedly got an organisation, a charity who supports people with addiction issues who would like to rent that property. It's not being supported by the council in any shape, way or form. It is the person who owns that building put that up after the planning application was turned down. So there's not much else can say on that. You have to read into it what you wish.
Yeah, under a neighbourhood plan, some things like that might be included. I've been trying to make contact. I have met with the chair of Springbourne Forum. I've met the Southbourne. Obviously, I know Folkestone Forum. I'm trying to get us to talk more to each other because we don't want to see, as we put something into Boscombe, that things are just pushed just over the edge. And so this is just over the bridge, wouldn't come under our plan. So, we're seeing we can forge better links with those around us because they were experiencing, in some cases, very similar problems. I'm going to move on now, unless there was anything else. Just some good news stuff. We've got Denise, who can't be here tonight, our vice chairperson. She's also part of a charity called It's All About Culture, IAC. They've got an event at Merrick Hall this Saturday, 2 o'clock till 8 o'clock, with cookery. It's about different cultures. We've got 26 different cultures in Boscombe, and it's about them all coming together, and they celebrate with music and food. And so that'll be a great event. It's family friendly. It's been held in Churchill Gardens before. It's lovely. So if people want to get down to that, Merrick Hall is next to the Lytton Court Premier Inn, and is a lovely facility. So if you don't know it, go and have a look. I'll just pass you up to David, who's got some news.
I just wanted to talk a little about the Bournemouth Emerging Arts Fringe this year, which will have a lot of stuff going on in Boscombe. The Fringe was part funded last year by Bournemouth Arts, but their budget is very stretched this year, so we've taken it upon ourselves to get that active. It was an amazing event last year. I think we had over 100 events. It was very, very exciting. A lot of that in Boscombe. The Great Exhibition was included in that remit as well. It's an open access, so we will endeavour, basically, if you come with an event, we will put it on and we will facilitate that, or we will help you in organising it. And we're taking advantage of the Arts by the Sea Festival, so it's a fringe for the festival. We're a bit renegade because we don't like the fact they don't really support local artists, so we are all about local artists, and you will get a spot on the programme, and the programme will be distributed with the main Arts by the Sea Festival programme as well, which goes out to about 60,000 people. So we'll be running that for 17 days, and as I say, it's an open submission process. So if you go to the Bournemouth Emerging Art Fringe website, which is beef with dashes in between .co.uk, have a look. I'll put it on the Facebook for the forum as well. Come with your event, and it's for everyone. So if you're a contemporary artist doing some bizarre stuff with digital, or you want to do some face painting, or with kids, or whatever it is, we'll help you, and that should be a fun event. So look forward to that, and that's probably October 15th to November the 1st, so it's over the half-term weekend as well. Okay.
Fantastic. I set up a charity called Boscombe Arts, and we've got an event on the 23rd, that's a week Saturday, at Merrick Hall again. We've partnered up with Merrick Hall, with the UK Nepalese Friendship Society as well as Bournemouth and Poole College, and IAC as well, to put on this event. It's going to the Bournemouth and Poole College students all of the years spent the last year putting together a whole load of art, textiles, videos, everything. It's all very high quality, and that exhibition has just been in Poole, got very good reviews, so we're putting that into Merrick Hall. It was originally we were going to put the event on because it's the 200th anniversary of relations between Nepal and England, but there's also just been a crisis over there, so it's going to be a fundraising event as well. Everyone's welcome to turn up. Merrick Hall are happy to have it as an open day to look around the facilities, and it's Boscombe's newest facilities. They've got rooms for hire, they've got a big hall for hire, and it's quite a grand building. So I encourage people to come and have a look, and there'll be Nepalese food. We've got the first restaurateur, the first Nepalese restaurateur, who started about 20 years ago in Bournemouth. He's going to be doing the food, so it'll be lovely food. And we'll also got an evening event where we'll have Nepalese dance. We'll have a sit-down dinner, and we've got a guy from Motion Colour Scene, Andy Bennett. He's going to be headlining, and we've got some local musicians. We've got some Thai singing and stuff. And we're going to be auctioning some items towards the Nepalese Crisis Fund. There'll be two pieces of artwork by two of the most famous Nepalese artists in England. They're sending 2 pieces of artwork down, and Alan from the Friendship Society is going to be donating some of his work. They're all internationally recognised artists, and AFC Bournemouth have donated us a signed football shirt as well, which hopefully will fetch a few quid. It's a limited numbers for the evening event. I think we can fit about 80 in, so if anyone's interested in coming along to that, come and have a chat to me. It's £10, and donations welcome. There's also, if you went to the Nepalese Friendship Society website, it's UKNFS, UK Nepalese Friendship Society, UKNFS.org. They've got a way you can donate through PayPal if you want to just make a donation. Okay. That's all I've got to say tonight. I think we might be finishing a couple of minutes early. Phone's playing up, so it's just good timing. Thanks everyone for coming along, and we'll see you next time in July. July. Thank you.